For nearly 2 decades, YouTube has been the undisputed leader in online video content, shaping the way people consume media, revolutionizing digital marketing, and providing a platform for millions of content creators worldwide. It has fundamentally changed entertainment, education, business, and even politics. However, as with any technology or business, the question arises: does YouTube have a limited lifespan? Can we apply the principles of the product life cycle theory to predict whether YouTube is approaching its decline? This theory suggests that all products and services go through 4 stages: introduction, growth, maturity, and decline, and that no company, no matter how big, can remain at its peak forever. Given the rise of decentralization, Web3 technology, AI-generated content, and increasing competition from other platforms, could YouTube be heading toward an inevitable downfall? The internet has a long history of platforms rising and falling. We have witnessed the meteoric rise and subsequent collapse of platforms like Orkut, MySpace, Friendster, Vine, and even Yahoo. Once dominant, these services eventually became obsolete because they either failed to adapt or were replaced by superior alternatives. Could YouTube suffer the same fate? Or will it evolve to stay relevant in an increasingly fragmented digital landscape? This deep dive analysis will explore YouTube's journey from its inception in 2005 to its explosive growth, its struggles with monetization and policy changes, the growing dissatisfaction among content creators, and the emerging threats that could eventually dethrone it. The focus will also be on the rise of decentralized video sharing platforms, Web3 technology, and blockchain-based alternatives that promise greater creator autonomy and financial independence. With governments tightening regulations, artificial intelligence reshaping content creation, and younger audiences gravitating toward short-form videos, YouTube faces challenges that may redefine its future. So, sit back, relax, and join us as we explore the past, present, and future of YouTube through the lens of the product life cycle theory. To truly understand whether YouTube is destined to decline, we must first explore how it all began. YouTube was founded in 2005 by 3 former PayPal employees, Steve Chen, Chad Hurley, and Jawed Karim, who saw an opportunity in the lack of a simple, user-friendly platform for sharing videos online. At the time, uploading videos on the internet was a technical nightmare. Hosting video files required extensive knowledge of web servers, and streaming was unreliable due to slow internet speeds. The founders envisioned a platform that allowed anyone to upload, watch, and share videos without needing advanced technical skills. The first ever video uploaded on YouTube, titled Me at the Zoo, was posted by Jawed Karim on April 23, 2005. This simple 18-second clip of him standing in front of elephants at a zoo may seem trivial today, but it was the beginning of something that would transform the internet forever. The platform quickly gained traction, with users uploading everything from home videos to music performances, comedy sketches, and news clips. Unlike traditional media outlets, YouTube allowed ordinary people to broadcast themselves to a global audience, effectively democratizing video content. Within its first year, YouTube experienced exponential growth. Millions of people flocked to the site, drawn by the ability to share videos effortlessly and discover content tailored to their interests. It became clear that YouTube was more than just a novelty. It was a cultural phenomenon in the making. This rapid rise caught the attention of Google, which saw YouTube's potential as the future of digital media. In 2006, Google acquired YouTube for $1.65 billion in stock, a decision that would forever change the trajectory of online video consumption. After being acquired by Google, YouTube entered its growth stage, a crucial phase in the product life cycle theory, where a product sees widespread adoption and solidifies its dominance. Between 2007 and 2015, YouTube transformed from a niche website into the largest video sharing platform in the world. This period was marked by several game-changing developments that shaped the modern YouTube experience. One of the most significant milestones was the launch of the YouTube Partner Program, YPP, in 2007. This program allowed content creators to monetize their videos through Google AdSense, earning revenue from advertisements displayed on their content. For the first time in history, ordinary individuals could make a living by creating videos, leading to the rise of full-time YouTubers. Many early adopters, such as PewDiePie, Smosh, Jenna Marbles, and Philip DeFranco, became internet celebrities, proving that YouTube was more than just a video sharing site. It was a career-defining platform. YouTube's growth was further fueled by the increasing diversity of content. Unlike traditional television, which was limited by programming schedules and geographical boundaries, YouTube allowed users to watch anything, anytime, from anywhere. This led to the explosion of content categories, including gaming, tech reviews, vlogging, beauty tutorials, educational videos, fitness coaching, and even independent filmmaking. By 2012, YouTube had surpassed 1 billion monthly active users, cementing its place as the ultimate video sharing giant. Another major factor in YouTube's success was its integration with Google's advertising ecosystem. With access to Google's powerful ad network, YouTube became an attractive destination for brands looking to reach digital audiences. Companies shifted their marketing budgets from traditional television to YouTube ads, generating billions in revenue. As a result, YouTube became one of Google's most profitable acquisitions, bringing in over $30 billion annually in ad revenue by the 2020s. Everything seemed to be going perfectly for YouTube. But as history has shown, rapid growth often brings unforeseen challenges, and YouTube was no exception. By the mid-2010s, YouTube had entered its maturity stage, where growth began to slow and competition intensified. With millions of videos uploaded every day, the platform became increasingly dependent on algorithms to manage content distribution. This led to fundamental changes in how YouTube operated, affecting both creators and viewers. One of the most controversial shifts was the rise of algorithm-driven recommendations. Instead of showing videos in chronological order, YouTube's AI prioritized content based on engagement metrics such as watch time, click-through rates, and ad revenue potential. This change led to the rise of clickbait content, sensationalism, and watch bait tactics, where creators exaggerated thumbnails and video titles to attract more views. At the same time, YouTube introduced stricter monetization policies. Following several advertiser boycotts over brand safety concerns, YouTube implemented the adpocalypse, where thousands of videos were demonetized or removed for failing to meet advertiser-friendly guidelines. Many content creators lost their primary source of income overnight, leading to widespread frustration and criticism of YouTube's inconsistent enforcement of policies. These changes, along with increasing competition from TikTok, Instagram Reels, and Twitch, signaled that YouTube was no longer an untouchable monopoly. As user behavior shifted toward short-form and decentralized content, YouTube faced an uncertain future. Now that we have analyzed YouTube's introduction, growth, and maturity, we must confront the most pressing question. Has YouTube begun its decline? While YouTube remains the largest video sharing platform in the world, there are growing concerns that it may be entering a phase of stagnation and eventual decline. The product life cycle theory suggests that after a period of sustained growth and maturity, a product or service will eventually face diminishing returns, increased competition, and shifting consumer preferences, leading to an eventual decline unless drastic innovation occurs. There are several signs that suggest YouTube may already be on this trajectory. One of the clearest indicators of YouTube's potential decline is the growing dissatisfaction among content creators. Over the years, YouTube's algorithm and monetization policies have become increasingly restrictive, making it harder for independent creators to succeed on the platform. The rise of AI-generated content, demonetization, copyright strikes, and algorithmic unpredictability have frustrated many YouTubers who feel that their livelihoods are constantly at risk. Unlike the early days of YouTube, where creators had more creative freedom, today's YouTube feels more corporate-driven, prioritizing advertisers over the very content creators who built the platform. Many YouTubers have openly expressed their frustrations, with some even leaving the platform to seek alternative revenue streams on Patreon, Twitch, or independent websites. Another major threat to YouTube's dominance is the rise of competing platforms and shifting consumer behavior. Over the past few years, younger audiences have gravitated towards short-form content on TikTok, Instagram Reels, and Snapchat. The explosive success of TikTok in particular has demonstrated that users now prefer quick, engaging, algorithm-driven videos over long-form content. YouTube's attempt to counter this trend with YouTube Shorts has been moderately successful, but it remains to be seen whether it can truly compete with TikTok's rapid growth. Moreover, gaming and live streaming audiences are increasingly shifting to Twitch and Kick, while business and professional content creators are expanding to platforms like LinkedIn, Substack, and even blockchain-based alternatives. A third factor that suggests YouTube may be approaching a decline is increasing government regulations and censorship concerns. Over the past decade, YouTube has been at the center of numerous controversies regarding free speech, misinformation, copyright enforcement, and data privacy. Governments around the world have introduced stricter regulations that force YouTube to remove certain types of content, leading to accusations of censorship from both creators and viewers. At the same time, major corporations and media companies now dominate YouTube's recommendations, making it harder for smaller independent creators to get discovered. This has led to the perception that YouTube is becoming more like traditional television, controlled by large companies rather than a free and open platform for all. Perhaps the biggest existential threat to YouTube is the emergence of decentralized video sharing platforms and Web3 technology. The traditional YouTube model relies on centralized control, where Google ultimately determines which videos get promoted, which content is monetized, and how much creators earn. However, with the rise of blockchain-based platforms like Odyssey, DTube, and Theta Network, a new era of decentralized content creation is emerging. These platforms operate on blockchain technology, meaning that content cannot be easily censored, and creators have direct ownership over their earnings without relying on YouTube's ad-based revenue model. Some of these platforms even allow users to earn cryptocurrency instead of ad revenue, providing an alternative economic model that could challenge YouTube's dominance in the long run. While decentralized platforms are still in their early stages and face significant challenges in terms of user adoption, funding, and scalability, the potential is undeniable. The internet has already witnessed similar shifts before. Just as Bitcoin disrupted traditional banking and Napster changed the music industry, decentralized platforms could fundamentally alter the way we consume and monetize video content. If YouTube fails to adapt to this changing landscape, it could find itself gradually losing relevance, much like how Facebook's influence has waned among younger audiences in favor of newer social platforms. Despite the many warning signs, it would be premature to declare YouTube dead. YouTube still commands an audience of over 2.5 billion monthly active users, making it the largest video platform on the planet. Unlike platforms such as Vine or MySpace, which collapsed due to a lack of revenue and innovation, YouTube benefits from Google's vast resources, technological infrastructure, and advertising dominance. As long as YouTube continues to evolve, it is unlikely to disappear overnight. However, the key question is whether YouTube will remain the dominant force in online video, or whether it will slowly lose relevance to emerging competitors. One possible future for YouTube is continued adaptation. If YouTube recognizes the threats posed by decentralization, AI-generated content, and short-form platforms, it may implement significant changes to its business model. This could include more transparent monetization policies, improved revenue-sharing models for creators, and even potential integration with blockchain-based technologies to allow creators more control over their content. Google has already begun experimenting with Web3 technologies, and it wouldn't be surprising if YouTube eventually incorporates blockchain elements to stay competitive. Another potential future is that YouTube evolves into a premium content platform, much like Netflix or Hulu. With the rise of paid memberships, exclusive content, and premium ad-free experiences, YouTube may shift its focus away from traditional user-generated content and toward high-quality, professionally produced content. This would align with the increasing presence of mainstream media, Hollywood studios, and major networks on YouTube. But it could alienate smaller creators who made the platform successful in the first place. On the other hand, if YouTube fails to innovate or address the frustrations of its creator community, it could face a slow but steady decline. Users and creators may gradually migrate to alternative platforms that offer better financial incentives, fewer restrictions, and greater freedom. While YouTube would not disappear entirely, it could become less relevant over time, similar to how television lost its dominance to digital streaming. So does YouTube have a limited lifespan according to the product life cycle theory? The answer is both yes and no. While YouTube is unlikely to disappear anytime soon, it is not immune to the forces of technological disruption, shifting consumer behavior, and growing competition from decentralized alternatives. The very factors that made YouTube a revolutionary platform, open access, creative freedom, and an ad-based revenue model, are now being challenged by new trends that could reshape the future of content creation. At this moment, YouTube is still in its maturity stage, but there are clear signs that it is approaching a transition period. If it fails to adapt to the rise of Web3, decentralization, AI-generated content, and evolving viewer preferences, it could enter a gradual decline. However, YouTube is also in a position to reinvent itself, leveraging its immense resources and technological advancements to remain relevant for another decade or more. Ultimately, the future of YouTube depends on how willing it is to listen to creators, embrace new technologies, and evolve beyond its current centralized model. If it succeeds, it could continue to be a dominant force in online video. If it fails, it may become yet another chapter in the history of digital platforms that once ruled the internet, but eventually faded into obscurity. What do you think? Is YouTube on its way to decline? Or will it continue to evolve and dominate the future of online content? Let's discuss in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive analysis, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next video.